Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super late for a pregnancy update. I honestly don't even know when the last time I updated was. No clue how far along I was. That's how late I am. Really at this point in my life I could probably change my channel name to The Hot Mess Express because that's how I feel every single day. I just cannot get my life together. At all. Whatsoever. It's always something just piling on top of something else, and it's just, I don't know, a little overwhelming. So I haven't been able to like sit down in front of the camera, partially also because I just can't get myself together. Like, this is as much as I can get myself together. My hair's a mess. It's always a mess. I look a mess. Yeah. So that's another thing, because when I think about, oh, I need to record an update for this, I'm like, I look awful. Like, absolutely awful. And do I want to spend, I don't know, however long it would take to fix this? Like, no, not really. So that's part of my excuse. Anyway, yeah, yeah. There's another thing, pregnancy brain. Terrible, terrible. Pregnancy brain, mom brain, it's all compiling on top of each other. I can't think straight. I have no vocabulary. My vocabulary has been awful. Trying to think of the simplest words, and I know what I'm trying to say, and I just can't say it. And it's been bad. It's been driving me crazy. So that doesn't really help when I'm trying to do a video. Anyway, to my update, before I get too far off track, I am currently, well, this is my 21-week update. I'm almost 22 weeks, but this will be my update for week 21. I looked at my baby app. That's the only time I really look at my app is when I'm going to do one of these updates, because this is baby number 4, and yeah, just don't look at it. I don't have time. Baby's the size of a large banana. And something I saw when I was on there, it was like, oh, swipe here to compare it to other things. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So a couple of the other things that it gave me to compare sizes on is baby is currently the size of the rose from Beauty and the Beast. I'm like, well, that's a pretty interesting comparison considering it's a movie. I'm like, how big was this rose? Really? In real life? I don't know. But the one that really resonated with me, that like I can really connect with, and if you're in your 30s, I'm sure you can connect with it too. Baby is the size of a Kool-Aid burst. Like, I had these all the time growing up. You know, they were in the clear plastic bottles, and they had the little plastic twist-off lids that you would just, and you know, throw it somewhere, hopefully in the trash, but back then probably not. You can get it like red and blue and purple, and I don't even know if they made any other colors besides those then, but those were the colors that I always had. And so yeah, I could totally picture that. I'm like, oh, so I just have like a Kool-Aid burst sitting in my stomach right now. That's pretty awesome. So yes, baby's the size of a Kool-Aid burst. What's been going on with my pregnancy? This is probably the easiest pregnancy I have had of all 4 pregnancies. It is not without its issues and difficulties, but why I say that is because I have not had hyperemesis gravidarum, and if you don't know what that is, it is severe, severe vomiting. See, there's that brain issue again. Severe vomiting. Like with my other 3 pregnancies, I guarantee that I was still vomiting, having morning sickness, night sickness, afternoon sickness, every day, all day sickness at this point in my pregnancy, 5 months in. So I have not had that this time, and you know, even with the other problems, it's been pretty glorious to not have that. Let's see. There has been lots of movement. I did not have as much movement with My last pregnancy, my placenta was in the front, and I didn't feel the movement as much. I shouldn't say I didn't have as much movement. But this pregnancy, I am totally feeling everything, every little movement, and it's been going on for a while now. So lots of movement, and that's cool because that's probably one of my favorite parts, is like feeling all those little kicks and rolls and tumbles and flutters and whatnot. My biggest issue still is my pelvic floor. I just cannot stand hardly at all. Like a few minutes and I'm like, okay, need to sit down. It's not as bad if I walk. Like I went to the grocery store today. It was gone for like an hour and a half because I had 2 different stores to go to. And when I got home, yes, I was in some pain and it was uncomfortable. But when I walk, I think it makes it easier to handle. Maybe I'm just not paying attention to it as much as if I'm just standing or not moving as much. Like if I'm cooking in the kitchen and I'm like standing at the stove or I'm standing at the sink or at the counter, whatever, like I feel it. I feel it then. Or if I take a shower, because I take long showers, like I'm like, ooh, it's really rushing my showers along because like, it hurts to be standing there. So yeah, I was supposed to see a physical therapist earlier in December, and unfortunately they called me and canceled because the therapist was sick and I haven't been able to reschedule. And yeah, I mean really, there's not much they can do while I'm pregnant anyway, so I'm just trying to deal with it as best as I can. So along with that pain, there's just a lot of pressure. Especially once I've been standing up, there's pressure. But there's just pressure overall in general. And I'm not very big yet. So I cannot imagine over the next 10 or 20 weeks as I get bigger and baby gets bigger, how much more pressure there's going to be. I know I felt this last time too, because I also had pelvic floor issues, but it's worse this time around, so yeah, that has me a little concerned. But I'm just trying to enjoy right now as much as I can, and we'll deal with it when it gets here. So yeah. Sorry, I have notes because of my bad pregnancy mom brain that's going on. The holidays. With the holidays comes holiday food, and I have a food addiction. Like, I will admit that. I love food. And there's just so much food around the holidays. Not even Thanksgiving. I mean, it did start back with Thanksgiving, but just coming up in like mid-December when you start baking and people start giving you like all these baked goods and I don't know, the parties and the get-togethers and the family, and there's just always food. Food is something we all, need and join around, and yeah, whatever. But we had Christmas Eve with my husband's family, and that was like 25 people, so there's like a smorgasbord of food there. We had a white elephant party with our friends, and there was just a ton of bad for you food there too, and it's all like finger foods and appetizers, and I'm sitting there just chatting, and as I'm doing that I'm just like mindlessly stuffing my face because I can't help myself because appetizers are so good, and I just couldn't stop. That's my own fault, I know that. But then going to family's house like actually on Christmas and New Year's stuff and everything else, there's just so much food. And I mean, it's affected my weight a little bit, but no, not yet, sweetie. Okay, you can come give me a hug. But besides just the weight, the bloating, and you like watching from behind the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Just the bloating and the fullness and indigestion and everything that comes along with it, yeah, was just awful. So what I'm doing, oh wait a minute, well yeah, what I'm doing is I am going to go back on my keto diet. I talked with my midwife and I talked with my chiropractor, which probably sounds weird. Don't touch anything, please. Thank you. He's a holistic chiropractor, and I probably see him more. Hey.
I'll take a picture.
We'll take a picture in a minute. I probably see him more than I do my doctor. Actually, I know I do. Watch out, please. But they both said, yes, go for it. Like, you felt better when you were on it and everything else, so go for it. So I'm getting back on my keto diet starting Monday. Like, I'm filming this right now, and it's currently Thursday. No clue when it's actually going to get up. Hopefully before Monday. But, and why am I starting Monday? Because I'm also going to do meal prepping, which I have never, ever done before. Because the thought of it was just always intimidating. But I am not the type of person that has to have something new every single day. I'll be fine eating the same thing as long as I like it for like a week. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, at least Monday through Friday, because I'm not meal prepping the weekends. Yeah, so I'm going to pre-make all of my breakfast, all my lunch, all my dinner. I have individual containers to put them all in, so all I have to do is grab it out, throw it in, and go. I have no excuses. I have no reason to look for something else to eat. I mean, really, I feel like I can't fail. I mean, I could fail, but I feel like this is the best option for me to not fail on, because I can't use the excuse, oh, I don't have anything ready, let's go out to eat, or let's just grab this bag of chips and sit down and eat it. I can't do that while I'm doing this. So that is my plan. I'm going to do some videos of my meal prep to show you just what I'm doing, because I'm doing it for myself. I'm also doing it for my husband, and I'm going to do some little things for the kids. They're not going to eat exactly the same as us. Yeah, so I will do some videos on that and probably some recipes. Yeah, so that is what is coming up. And also something that I read today when I opened up my app is that the baby is swallowing amniotic fluid now, starting at 21 weeks, a little bit every day, and they're also tasting, you know, whatever it is you're taking in. So that just kind of gave me more, of a, what is the word I'm trying to think of? It is encouraging me more to want to do this and start eating better again, because baby's now tasting it, and you know, like, hey, taste some of the good foods, maybe you'll come out and not be as picky, who knows. Other than that, I think that's all. Yeah, that's all I have to update you guys on before I like keep going off in tangents and my dogs are alerting me that they have to go out. So if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you guys again next time, whenever that may be. Bye.